Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a profitable mining and most importantly putting those coins away, because as we can see from the market, it's not the right time to sell. At least that's what I think. Definitely the market has suffered for the last few days, and for some reason it does not want to recover, but that's fine. If you are like myself, long-term investor, holder, you definitely are not scared to see the prices being a bit down, and I can guarantee you that eventually they will rise again to where they were and even beyond that. Some of the coins are doing actually quite well. As we can see, Litecoin is back over $50, and of course, a big winner at the moment for me personally is Dash, over $200 again. Very good to see this. And when I'm doing in the morning my upgrades, I'll be using once again Dash. So stay tuned. Gonna do few upgrades using your codes. And yeah, just continue to obviously upgrade my contracts and getting my power higher and higher and getting those earnings bigger and bigger. Right, in this video what I want to talk to you about is when it comes time to investment, guys, why it is better if you want to invest, for example, $3,000, why it's better to get a one big purchase instead of a smaller few purchases. What I'm talking about is something that some of you may be aware, some of you may not be. So when it comes to, let's say, Bitcoin contract, if you go, for instance, so we don't obviously make the video too long, if you go for the 10 terahashes, guys, as you can see, the price will be $1,400. Now, of course, if you use my 3% discount code, this will be less. However, if you go, instead of the 10 terahashes, and let's say you're thinking, oh, I want to invest $3,000, but let me buy now 10 terahashes, and later on today I'll buy the other 10 terahashes. Well, uh, the best thing to do, guys, is just go straight for the 20 terahashes, and here it is why. As you can see, the price immediately is reduced by $200. Now that's a big save, guys. So 10 terahashes cost $1,400. So if you buy 2 times 10 terahashes, you will spend $2,800. But if you go for the 20 terahashes in one purchase, you can clearly see it costs $2,600, giving you a good save of $200. Now on top of that, if you do use my 3% discount code, this will mean minus the 2,600. This means you actually only gonna pay $2,522 for 20 terahashes instead of obviously spending much more. Well, you're gonna, because if you use my 3% discount code, you're still gonna save some money, but you're definitely looking to save over $200, guys, just by going straight for the 20 terahashes instead of the 10 terahashes. Now, of course, this is for people who want to obviously buy this sort of power, and people who want to spend this amount of money. Now, if you want to spend less money, then fair enough. But definitely, if you are thinking of spending a bit of money, just go for one big upgrade rather than a few small upgrades. Now, moving on to Ethereum, we can clearly see the same thing. So if you go for 50 mega hashes, it costs $1,450. But if you go for the 100 mega hashes, it costs $2,800. So again, you're saving $100 for going for the 100 mega hashes instead of 2 times 50 or 5 times 20 and so on. And again, if you use my 3% discount code, this will mean you're going to spend even less, because 2,800, so 2008, come on, something is with the mouse, times 0.3, so $84. So in total, you're actually going to spend $2,716. So again, you can clearly see, guys, that's a big save. I mean, Bitcoin definitely, it looks like you will be saving $200 here. We're looking at 100 and maybe slightly more, because depending on how you go about it, how many small transactions you're going to do. And of course, when you go, one more thing I want to say is that when you go for one transactions, and if you're going to spend pay with credit card, this will even save you further, because when you obviously buy few smaller transactions, when you make few smaller transactions, each time you may have to pay obviously some sort of a fee, depending on your credit card and so on. So you could really potentially be end up saving quite a bit of money just from the contract. With Bitcoin, $200, with Ethereum, $100 if you go for the bigger one. And on top of that, obviously the credit cards being one transaction instead of few is going to save you further quite a bit of money. Same thing we can see here, guys, with Dash. So if you go anything under 500 mega hashes, so as you can see, for instance, 100 mega hashes cost 100 mega hashes cost $500, 200 cost $1,000, 1,500 cost $3,000, $2,000 cost 400 mega hashes. However, if you go immediately for the 500 mega hashes, you can clearly see this is the biggest save, $2,250 less, guys. Because if you buy 5 times 100 mega hashes, you're gonna end up spending 2,500. If you go immediately for the 500 mega hashes, you're gonna save $250. That's a big save, guys. I mean, that really is a big save. And on top of that, again, the 3% discount. So if we calculate it, so we can see, so minus the 225, you can clearly see, guys, $2,182 for 500 mega hashes. And this is how you actually get your return on investment much quicker. Instead of obviously buying these small upgrades here and there, and you really want to go for that big upgrade and you have the money, but for some reason you just want to do them smaller, I honestly advise you guys just go for the bigger one. You can clearly save, you're going to save quite a lot of money. On top of that, you're going to start earning immediately on this big power. So for instance, if you go let's say again, if we go back to the Bitcoin and you go 5 mega hashes now, 5 mega hashes tomorrow, 5 mega hashes the day after, so you still go for the 20 mega hashes, but it takes you, let's say, 4 or 5 days to go for it. You obviously have lost a bit of money because those days you could have been mining with the 20 terahashes instead of 5 and then 10 and so on. And on top of that, you're going to save quite a bit of money, less obviously hassle making too many transactions, saving on the credit card transactions, just in general so much save. So much money could be saved for going for one big transaction instead of a few smaller transactions. And again, as I said, with the Ethereum, with the Dash, the exact same thing, guys, but just from the contract, $250. On top of that, a 3% discount. On top of that, if you're paying with the credit card, the fees that you're gonna save from one big transaction instead of a few small transactions. And on top of that, earning immediately 500 mega hashes instead of 100 and then another 100 and so on. And yeah, with the Dash, I just want to say, guys, I know there's a cap currently on the Dash contract, but I have said it before and I'll say it again. Genesis Mining personally have never obviously said anywhere if it was for instance not allowed for us to do it, they would have obviously mentioned it somewhere on the site. There is not such a thing. So if you do want, you can always open a new contract, and if you open a new contract, you can actually go for 500 mega hashes, even 1,000 mega hashes without any problems for your first purchase. If you are already a customer, then yes, we do have the cap. Like myself, I do have also the cap for $100 per day only. But if you open a new account, and this account is still going to be yours because it's going to be your password, your wallets, your money, so you're still going to be earning, and it's completely, how should I say, completely illegal. It's you're not going to lose your money, and Genesis Mining has no problem with us doing that, guys. So yeah, if you do want to do that, feel free to go ahead, guys. So this is what I really wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It saved you a bit of money if you are thinking of upgrading, because as I said, guys, I mean, you're definitely looking to save just from the contract you saw with the for instance with the Bitcoin, $200 for the 20 terahashes, comparing to anything lower than that. With the Ethereum, $100 for the 100 mega hashes instead of, let's say, 2 times 50 or whatever way you go for it. And of course with the Dash, $250 if you go straight for the 500 mega hashes. That's a big save, guys. And credit cards and all this, it could accumulate. And as I said, this is how you really make your ROI gets much quicker to get your ROI back, instead of obviously buying this less and less contracts. So yeah, as I said, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, guys, feel free to subscribe and share my video. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so. And if you want to support me on Steam and then YouTube, this is my username. And if you do want to use my code, guys, this is my Genesis Mining code. The reason I show it here is to obviously prevent people from stealing my content, putting in other channels. And yeah, one more day left, guys, for the 5 Ethereum giveaway. So if you haven't sent me yet your obviously Genesis mining code and your Ethereum wallet alongside how much you know, the upgrade you did with my code and when did you do it, feel free to do so. It's for anybody. Anyone has a chance to win one of the 0.25 Ethereum coins starting on Monday, 10th of July, running for the next 20 days. So if you upgraded in the past and you haven't sent it, hopefully you will. And if you're gonna upgrade, guys, once you do the upgrade, feel free to send me this information to my email so I can add you to my list, guys. But yeah, definitely big saves, going for the bigger contracts, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.